Welcome to Protecting Africa show. We got Brother Emmanuel in the show, and obviously Brother Emmanuel is going to be off camera. Today he chose to have a voice interview, right? So we're not going to have a voice interview with him, and we got Brother Emmanuel. Okay, today we're going to be discussing about on a specific Africa topic. But my first question to Brother Emmanuel is, will you agree with me that currently Europeans are ruling Africa? Will you agree or disagree that Europeans are ruling Africa? What's your take?
I will disagree.
Okay. Why do you disagree that Europeans are ruling Africa?
I will give an example of maybe like the country in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Or like most of, like based on the economic aspect of Africa.
Okay.
If Europeans were ruling, our country were going to be economically rich.
Okay.
Because Europeans, as generally they have got this idea that produce wealth. And if you can look in most of the African countries, African leaders are the one in charge. And that's led to the downfall of the economy and political like standing as it is right now.
So you saying if Europeans were in charge, the economy of Africa was going to be fine, and then things were not going to be as bad as they are in Africa. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that the Europeans are doing fine. Now, with Europeans we do better. But if what you said is true, then why did the European do oppression for? Why did the European do slavery, colonization, and apartheid for? What was slavery, colonization, and apartheid for? If you believe that if the Europeans were in charge, they would our things were not going to be as bad as they are, because the Europeans were in charge the time of colonization, the time of slavery, the time of apartheid. And when they were in charge, they only treated Africans like animals. Now, why would you think that if they are in charge, things are going to be better for us? Why would you think that?
No, like there's a better example of the past. In the past in South Africa, the economy was so high. And like in Zimbabwe, the economy was also so high. The country was so rich. So the fact that Africans were abused, that does not mean that things were not in order in terms of like the economy and the other the policies of the country. It's just that the Africans were not included. So if they were included, it means that these apartheid ideas were not going to be like significant.
Now, you said when the Europeans were ruling, the economy was fine, and in Zimbabwe the economy was fine, and then since blacks took, the economy went down. That you said, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's
now, and that but whose economy was fine? Was it black people economy? I call us brown anyway, because this color is brown. I call us brown, I call them pink. Whose economy was fine? Was it brown people economy or pink people? Because during European rule, brown people were stripped of their land. And your land is part of your economy. You understand?
Yes.
Brown people were stripped of their livestock, the cows and stuff. Brown people were used as a slave labor to better the lives of Europeans.
Yes.
Brown people were used to build roads, schools, only for Europeans, while the Africans were kept in shacks. You understand? So when you're speaking about the economy of the country was better, what do you mean? Because Africans were excluded from their own economy. The economy was stolen, and they are being reduced into being mere slaves. So when you're speaking that the economy was better, was it the African people economy, or you are thinking that European enjoyment is your enjoyment? What's your intake?
No, the economy was for, like you asked whether the Europeans are still ruling in Africa.
No. You say that during European rule, the economy was good, like in Zimbabwe, for example, but now it's not. But the question is, the question I'm putting to you is, how can you speak about the economy was good when you, as an African, or brown people as Africans, were excluded from their own economy? They were stripped of their land, livestock, even wildlife and natural resources. That means brown people were just like slaves. So how can you say the economy was good when brown people were excluded from the economy, used as slaves to better the lives of Europeans? Because it does not make sense you to speak like that economy was also benefiting Africans. Because if Africans have no political right in that country, they can get killed. The European will never go to jail, during colonization. So they are just like tools, like nothing. So how can you say that the economy was better? It was better for who? Not for Africans. If it was not better for Africans, why are you acting like it was better? That mean for us, the economy was always a collapse, because they collapsed our economy when they took everything from us. Because when you're a slave, when people are oppressing you, it means they take your right away. You're a slave. You understand? Yes. So how can you speak like how can you say if white were ruling, things gonna be better? It's never gonna be better for us. It's gonna be better for them. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I know, agree, but
yeah. So because we need to be clear, we need to understand. Yeah, but
I'm clear to say the whites are no longer ruling now. The Europeans are no longer ruling now. They ruled before.
No. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, go on.
Even though maybe they are ruled during their regime, the black people were excluded.
Yeah.
But the fact is that they are no longer ruling now, like they ruled before.
Okay, now, but you said that they don't rule anymore.
Yes.
I say they rule. Now, why do I say they rule? Why do I say they rule? What is ruling a country?
Yeah, maybe if you clarify.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You have to clarify if you're making accusation, or if you are saying something. You understand? You have to clarify. If Africans were ruling in Africa, things in Africa will be based on African interest, African values, African agenda. But if you look at Africa today, everything is based on European interests, European culture, European value, European agenda. Example, main language of communication, European languages throughout Africa. The identity we generally carry, European identity. What we mostly see on TV is European images. What goes into our brain from school or from TV, supplied by European. It means a large chunk of information our brain absorb is put by European, and they put it not to our advantage, to keep us in a mindset where we view things how they want us to view it, because they are the ones supplying the news. You understand? It means our perception is not of our own making. You understand? It's of their own making. And knowing the history in Africa, if they are the one putting things in our brain, it means they're gonna keep us in a virtual slavery. You understand?
But I also want to ask, what good Africans have that
I'm first giving you the evidence of the rule in Africa.
Okay.
These are things that are showing the rule. Because if it was our rule, then things gonna be on our interest. Because the things I'm speaking is not of our advantage; it's of their advantage. You understand? So I said the language we speak, main language of communication we speak, because even our own languages are dying. As you see, the small children Many of them only know how to speak English or French or Portuguese, depending on where in Africa they are. Parents don't even want them. Some parents don't even want, a lot of parents don't even want them to learn their mother language. And many Africans don't even know how to speak their languages in many parts of Africa. You understand?
Yes,
So I said the language, main language of communication, European. The identity we carry, European. Most of what we see on TV, European. Most of what goes in our brain, supplied by them, which allow them to structure our mind and shape our opinion, thinking, and behavior. You understand? The ownership of our economy, it's them. What is the economy? What is the ownership of the economy? When we consume clothing, if the clothes are made by Africans, it means when millions of Africans buy clothing, the money spent goes into African companies that manufacture clothing, right? Yes. And those companies gonna, because of the demand of clothing, you understand, we're gonna have to employ people which create jobs to manufacture more clothing, you understand? So if Africans were wearing clothing made by African tailors, Africans will be supporting their own economy, understand, creating jobs and creating happiness and better lives. But everything we wear now, the money goes where? To the European. All the lotion we apply, the money goes to the European. If it was African companies doing that, the money goes.
The fact that maybe the designs of the clothing are European, of European parties, that does not mean that these are produced by the Europeans, because even Africans can be skilled to produce things which are resemblance of the European clothing, and thereby when we get them, we get money. It means that those people who are skilled in producing those clothes or any other product are the one who are benefiting. But not necessarily that if this camera is produced like in the same manner that is produced in America, doesn't mean that it's America that is going to benefit, but the one who produces it is going to
obviously benefit. But if you look at the reality in Africa, the clothing we are wearing is European who made it. Africans, there are no African companies that are known to be supplying clothes everywhere. Those clothes in other part of Africa are usually imported, you understand? Here is usually made by European companies like Woolworth, you understand? And big brand, Edgar's and stuff. And if you look at reality, you're gonna see all the clothing Africans are wearing here, for example, and all the clothing Africans are wearing